Hey guys, how's it going today? I thought I'd do another vlog style video with me talking about what I'm looking for in a guitar when I'm going to buy a guitar. Just because I thought that would be some helpful information for someone who's going to buy a guitar of all levels and what's going through my head. Just thought I'd share my opinion on that. So yeah, let's get right into it. So basically, I have 3 guitars in a rotation. I have one of those guitars is a guitar that can be one of these two that I'm about to say. So one is an absolute shred machine, thin neck, whammy bar, Floyd Rose, hot pickups, or pickups that have a lot of personality to them. Really good tuners, good fretboard. Volume knob, doesn't really need a tone knob, and probably humbucker pickups or humbucker single coil kind of combination, and really thin neck. And my other guitar is something like a Les Paul, thick neck, 2 pickups, really no whammy bar, because to be honest, they're a pain in the ass. They really are, especially Floyd Roses. They're an absolute pain. I like them occasionally, but for the guitar, it's versatile. I really don't need that. Or it can have a 3-way switch. It can produce a lot of sounds. Something like warm, like. Or something chiming. And then also, it can shred with the bridge position pickup. So something that I enjoy a lot on my guitars, those 3 is coil tapping. I think that's great. It adds more tones that you can have out of the guitar. Basically just something like this or a Les Paul. Something that's a really versatile guitar. I want a guitar that can do a lot of things, and then also have my shred guitar, which I would use for rock or metal stuff. So something that can produce those tones I'm looking for. But these guitars, or Chapman's or Les Pauls, are great all-around guitars. And then my third guitar will be one of those guitars, probably something that is a versatile guitar as well, because I really only need one shred guitar. So when I'm going to a guitar store or I see a guitar that I want, I'm like, okay, so I usually like to try them out first, just because every guitar is different. So say I go to a guitar store and I pick up a guitar and I'm like, oh, this is a great guitar. First thing that goes through my head is this a guitar that I already have? So say I pick up an Ibanez and I'm playing it, it has a Floyd, it has, it's a shred machine. And then I'm like, alright, well, I already have a guitar like this, so I really don't need this. But the second thought that goes through my head is this guitar better than what I have? If so, then, it might be, unless the guitar that is in rotation, that is in that spot, is a sentimental value guitar, I might, purchase that guitar that I'm playing at the guitar store. Funds, you need funds as well, but, I might go ahead and purchase that guitar. And if it's a sentimental guitar, like my first guitar or something like that, I'll still play it. You can never have too many guitars, so basically it would still have its place. But that's the second thought that goes through my head. Is it better than what I have? Because I don't want to have 2 of the same guitar, because you should get used to playing 3 guitars, I think, in my opinion. Just because your hands will gravitate to those guitars. It'll be easier to play instead of having 10 guitars in a rotation, and then you're playing those 10 guitars and every single guitar is a tad bit different, or it's a huge difference, longer neck or scale, or really thin. Going from like this guitar to a Paul Reed Smith is huge because of the neck length. It's I wouldn't be able to do it if I had 10 guitars. So I think you should stick to 3, because it'll just be easier, and it can help you from making little small mistakes, or it'll help you as a player, I think. So yeah, you should always have like 3 guitars, 4 max in rotation. I mean, you can never have too many guitars, obviously, but you should have like 3 favorites or something like that. Like I have 3 favorites, and they're always going to change. I mean, I'm not saying like you have these 3 guitars and you can never change them. You can always change them out. I mean, why not? But yeah, you should always have those 3 guitars. And then for me, when I'm looking at the guitar, something else that goes through my head is, how are the pickups? Are they dull? Am I going to have to change these out? Because changing out pickups can be a little bit expensive, because you order some DiMargios and they'll be like $80 or something like that for one pickup. So that's something that I like to think of is, are these pickups good? Oops, excuse me. But yeah, make sure these pickups are good. You don't want them to be like dull or dry, or just sucking out tone. That's kind of how I describe it. Just because I like pickups that are sassy. They can play a lot of different things. They're versatile, and they also have this life to them. So this is my first guitar that has single coils. I love them. The pickups in this guitar are phenomenal. They're really good, like quality pickups. There's like a lot of sass to them, and then you can get a lot of different tones out of them, which is great. Some guitars don't have that. Like I have a guitar that I'm currently trying to sell. That the reason I'm selling is because 1, I have a straight guitar that does what that guitar does. 2, the pickups are dull. I can't stand dull pickups in a guitar. The next thing is make sure they have a little bit quality tuners on them. Having to tune every 5 seconds is a pain in the ass. Just make sure the guitar is comfortable with you. That's huge. Like, make sure that the neck is comfortable on your hand, because if you have a neck that you're playing that's not comfortable, then it's going to be really hard to play. Like width-wise, on some guitars I can't play them because you're too small or too large. And that's probably a deal breaker for me, is width. Not really thickness, unless it's really thick. Thickness is something that I can get used to. Like I can play something really thin and then play something really thick. Like it took me a little bit of time to get used to this, like the thickness of this neck. But now I really like it, and it's something I can get used to. So keep in mind of things that you think you can get used to, and things that you really don't want to do. Things that you can't get used to is something that you should be thinking of, in my opinion. Just like I know width is a huge thing. So that's another thing. Another thing is, the weight. I really don't like super light guitars, just because I like something kind of in the middle. So, like, Les Paul, not like super heavy, but like in the middle between light and heavy, just right in the middle. But yeah, just make sure that the guitar kind of resonates with you, and it's something that you want to, buy or commit to, because you don't want to, like, I mean, I understand that, because I'm in this situation as well. Like, there's going to be guitars that I like, but I'm never going to be able to play, so I'm going to have to, like, risk it and buy them, and hopefully they have a return if I don't like them. But, sometimes you're going to have to do that. It's something that, you're going to have to do. But, if you can try out the guitar, watch as many reviews. Like, I'll probably spend a week watching reviews before I actually buy the guitar, because the guitar's like $500 plus, and I don't want to, like, be like, oh, okay, here's $500, because I'm a college student. I don't have that kind of money lying around. It's it's something that I have to work for. So I want to make sure that the guitar I'm buying is a guitar I'm going to be playing for a while. Or if it's a guitar I'm trading, then it's a guitar that I'm going to play for a little while, or it's a guitar that I can use in my rotation of guitars. And, that's what kind of how I think of it. Is I have 3 guitars that are in rotation. Yeah, I might change them out from time to time, but it's just something that I'm used to. So yeah, just when you're at a guitar store, don't make an impulse buy, and make sure that everything of the guitar meets your expectations. And if it doesn't, as much as you might think that it's a great, it's something like say you know, there's a signature model. You really like this guitarist, but you don't like. You think you're gonna love this guitar when you go in, and then you go play the guitar and you really don't like it. If you don't like it, then I probably wouldn't want to get it. I understand that you're gonna want to get it, but if it's something that you can get used to, then go ahead. But if it's something you can't, don't make an impulse buy. Just make sure that everything on the guitar really meets your expectations. If you're a shred guy, then don't be getting a jazz, blues guitar or something like that. Same for a blues player. Don't be getting a Schecter with really hot pickups unless that's something that you want or it's comfortable. But I mean, most of the times I don't think that would be the case. I could be wrong. There could be a few. But yeah, so that's my opinion on buying guitars and what goes through my head. Basically three things. Do I have this guitar? Is the guitar better than what I have? Is this a good guitar? Does it resonate with me? And then small things like, is the neck good? Is it comfortable? Are the pickups really good? How many tones can I get out of this guitar? How many different tones? And good tuners. Or also even where the headstock is, if it's down or up, because that affects things. And how well it holds its tuners. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're ever out purchasing a guitar, well, that's what goes through my head. I'd like to know what goes through your guys' head if you'd like to post down in the comments below. And if you guys could like and sub if you enjoyed this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.